Alrighty, let's grab our Viktor. Alright, I think we're good. Oh, hello, Jump. It'll be nice once we do these weeklies, I'll get my Noxus Star Vessel, not that I really need it. Although if I high roll, that means I'm probably going to get Samira 6-star. Yeah, pre-rolls are the worst. Always tired on Monday. Always stay up later on the weekend, and then it's hard to get up. Finally caught an early stream. Hey, Crystal, welcome. Hey, Carthians. Yeah, today we're going to be doing the weekly nightmares. How was the weekend? Pretty good. Just really hung out with the wife. So that was good. Also, I had fun because on Friday, Helldivers dropped a big update, and so that was a lot of fun to play through. So yeah, pretty good. Problem is, on the weekend I always stay up later, but during the week I always get up really early, and so Monday is always a little rough because I never go to bed early enough. Oh, so for the 4.5, since it's not really too bad. I mean, they're never really that hard. We're going to try out Oath of the Guardians, because that's one that should be pretty fun for Viktor. I think we're still going to go for the Perfect Hex Core, just because as a created card, it's going to help our Viktor level up very quickly. Once he levels, he gives us more cost reduction for Oath. So I think overall it should be pretty good. Just got Viktor to 6 stars, first 6-star, congrats. Yeah, he is a lot of fun. What's a good rare build? I think I did a video on this, but for me, the one that I like to go with was going for Crown Guard Inheritance, Dreadweight Chase Gun, and then throwing on the Troll King's Crown for the Overwhelm. It's really nice because you can choose when Viktor levels. Like, his level up is not random at all. You have to play a card to trigger it. And so you're able to drop your Viktor, go for your Dreadweight Chase Guns. Since you have them at 6 stars, these are going to go off twice each, so you're doing like 4 damage from this, plus also the extra damage from your 4-star. But this is buffing up your whole board a massive amount, because these are all created cards, so you're buffing up all your board. You're able to level him either through these, like, since you have it 6 stars, probably when you drop these, he'll be leveled. And then you have all these units, they all now have Overwhelm, they're all buffed up a bunch, and you can then attack and often win very quickly. So as far as a rare relic build that's trying to end in the early game, that is great. Now, if you want to go for later, you can always go for like Chemtech Duplicator, potentially go with Archangel Staff and like Arcane Comet. That is fine, but it's a little bit too slow for my liking. So yeah, I like the Chase Gun, Crown Guard, and Overwhelm. I mean, he asked for a rare relic build, which is why Echoing doesn't work. Did you react to Project K, or did I miss it? I talked about it briefly. So it doesn't feel great, since the game is taking a lot of the assets from Runeterra, and especially since part of Runeterra is struggling, so just it feels bad when you see it. Overall, though, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. I don't think it's actually going to hurt the game, and the fact that it exists potentially can help us, because they might get art created that can work for both that game as well as our game. And it's not just a card game, it's not just a physical version of this game. I think it has completely different rule sets. So if it would have damaged the game at all, it would have happened previously. Like, potentially, maybe people were taken off of this game and are using their talents to work on the other game, but I think a lot of people worked on both. So overall, it's not a big deal. It definitely feels bad when you first see it, though. But yeah, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Toast, how do you keep LOR interesting for you after completing all quests, dailies, weeklies aside? A big thing is don't have this be the only game you play. Like, I'll still try to get all my dailies and weeklies done, but if you're feeling it all burnt out, then just do your dailies and weeklies and then try to be doing something else. This is a very fun game, but I do not think, well, I'm the type of person that there's not ever going to be one game that I only play. But even if you are that type of person, I don't think this is going to fulfill that role. So that's a big thing, is don't only play this. When other cool, fun games come out, if there's something else you want to try, go for it, do it. Don't feel like you have to just be grinding this game the whole time. But another thing is trying to set goals for yourself, try to set challenges for yourself, try to level up your roster if you don't have all the characters leveled up, or if you don't have them all started out. Like, try to go and play a character you haven't played before. Try to level them up, try to figure them out, try to figure out builds to make them work, and just view a lot of these as a puzzle to solve. Like, yes, you can look at content creators, you can look at any of my videos that will try to help you with these characters, but try to look at them yourself. Try to figure out the puzzle of, how can I make this character work? How can I make builds for these characters? Theory crafting is a big thing to try to keep the game fresh, is just looking at all the relics or just your available relics. Be like, okay, what's the best build I can do to make this character work? What's one of the weaknesses this character has that I could try to fix? And so trying to use this, like, I like this game because it has strategy, planning, and just things can play out like a puzzle. Trying to put the puzzle pieces together, especially with your build crafting to make the best build possible, is a lot of fun. I like LOR, but I haven't played monthlies after I got ASOL because it's so time consuming. Hi Toast, haven't been able to make your stream for a while. Have you been? I've been doing good. Or doing well, I should say. Yeah. Little tired today, and then it's probably going to be a little bit of a slow month because we're not going to have any new updates or content in the game for like a whole month, because the next update I think is the 16th. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. The boring part of LOR is leveling champions, and some champions do require levels. Yes, it can be boring, but it's also a great game to be able to play while you're doing something else. So whether that is like turning on an audiobook, watching streams, watching YouTube videos, watching just, Netflix or anything like that, it can be a great game to be able to play while you're doing something else as well, which is pretty fun. Hi everyone, I only have one thing to say. Aurelia confirmed, let's go. I mean, take all of that with a grain of salt. Like, for a lot of those champions that didn't even have the 3 stars, so just because they're like working on them doesn't mean we're necessarily gonna get them soon. So a lot of those champions that they like showcased, super awesome. A lot of those were ones that I was really interested in. Like, I thought Rumble could be really, really cool, but don't be too excited of like, oh, we're definitely getting these next. But yeah, those are, in the next couple months, we'll probably get a couple of those. Guess what I watch while playing LOR? Yeah, that's normally what I do as well. If I'm like playing a game, often throw on like my favorite YouTuber for that game as well. LOR would be more fun if Golden Reliquary cooldown was shorter. Yeah, the fact that it's like 4 weeks is rough. It would be nice if it was more like, I mean, even 3 weeks, but like 2 weeks would be solid. There should be a patch early in the year, shouldn't there? I keep some talking about Poor King during the interview, so I thought they were teasing him for January. I mean, the January patch is, I think, the 16th. So it's, and like, as a team, they're going to be going on holidays. They're going to be taking a break. So they're not working through the whole year. Wonder how Karma will work. There has to be a way to get her to 10 mana. Yeah, they're definitely going to give her some ramp. 100%. Porking Constellation with his 5 stars either being Poros or Yips. I mean, it's 4-star, probably. But yeah, that would be pretty good. I think Yips would probably be potentially better because with the Poros, often they just fill up your board. But yeah, today we're going to be doing the Weekly Nightmares. The first build we're going to be doing is Viktor here with Oath of the Guardians. Since we have him at 6 stars, these champions we play should be doubled, or we should get 2 of whatever we play. So we're going to pair that with Star Gem and the Hex Core. And we're just going to be going into the 4.5 star here to test it out and get through this. Shouldn't be too bad. Before we go in, though, we'll just drop a quick ad break so that people don't get hit by pre-rolls when they come in. So if anyone needs to go to the bathroom, get a drink or anything, go ahead and do that right now. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and load in here. The modifiers honestly should be pretty negligible, to be honest. Shouldn't really make much of a difference. I should actually go and look at all those champions again. Yeah, so they had like Aurelia, Kale, right? Kale's gonna be really cool. Udyr, Mel, Rumble, Seraphine, Azir. Yeah, there was some pretty cool ones there. Oh. Karma could go for ramp or copying spells. Karma's going to be crazy with Chemtech Duplicator. When you copy a spell, copy it again. Oh, man. All right, everyone should be getting back. Karma's definitely going to be interesting because you'd think with Karma that they're going to give her ramp in order to get to the 10 mana, which means that she's going to be doubling your spells, but that means you're also going to get Chemtech Duplicator online very, very early. So you could pair Karma with the Chemtech Duplicator and then just get so much duplication, and that would be absolutely crazy. Let's go here and go for power, see what we can get. Phantom Pranks, Mystic Meditation, Raiding Party. I think let's do a reroll here. Memory Game's not terrible. Titanic Wake could be solid, but I think we'll go for the Memory Game. Let's go for Kato. Yeah, if they give Karma like Spellburn or something like that, it'd be ridiculous. Let's get rid of these 2, I think. Yeah, we're not going to be able to play our Viktor until the 2nd round. We could go for the cat for the extra mana. But he'd give us more created cards. Sure. Dropping a turn 1 elusive is pretty nice. Alright, let's see what we get here. Alright, so we can't quite play him yet. They do actually have some pretty big units though, but we did just get lifesteal. So let's drop that one right here and this one there. And yeah, I think we're fine. All right, so we're almost gonna level, so we'll be able to play our Gangplank next round.
Yes, of course. As humanity ends, the machines rise.
All right, so we should get double Gangplank.
Dead men tell mine. Oh, it is a great
So that's pretty awesome. Let's actually copy him. Sure. Oh yeah, he's also getting that copy. Alright, can we get Overwhelm or Elusive here? It doesn't really matter. Alright, this will be GG. Nice. Yeah, this should be pretty good. Gives you that little bit of randomness, but then every champion you draw, they're not only going to be very big because of the Oath, but then you're getting 2 of them. If we could get some champion draw going, like Hero's Horn on something, so we can get multiple champions out, that'd be great. Encore is really nice. Yeah, let's go for Encore. Alright, let's see what we can get for a support champion here. So Poppy, LeBlanc, double attack LeBlanc. So we could drop LeBlanc turn 1. Double attack is nice. Bloody Business, playing that for cheaper. This can give us good removal. But sure, let's try to go for LeBlanc. I think that could be fun. Spells chest, gold chest, gold chest. Sure, let's go for the spells chest. So Lord Broadmane. I do kind of like that for a lot of champions. Even though they all have their like different Oath builds, you can kind of make it your own in a lot of different ways. They bring something unique to the table. Although I guess this is kind of similar to a Neela, except maybe a little bit more consistent, where for Neela, you're trying to get them to be fleeting so you can get 2 of them. But for Viktor, just all of them are going to get doubled, which is pretty nice.
History forgets, but the Black Rose remembers.
Alright, will we get Spell Shield? Nope, not too surprising.
Kang's turn. You want to see some cool tricks, Faye?
Sure.
Alright, let's see what we get for a
Keep the
champion.
little biter off me.
Alright, let's see what we can get. Sure, let's kill Lord Broadmane.
I am everywhere. I am everywhere.
So the mirror images are going to go pretty hard because they're also going to get doubled. What's your opinion on a new store? Are you waiting for more info to have an opinion? I think the new store is great. I think it is a good middle ground where people that haven't spent money on the game and or potentially can't spend money on the game can still earn the rewards in game and are able to still get a lot of progress and don't have to buy things. But for those of us that have spent money, we're still going to get the same amount of currency, but instead of feeling like we have to then buy any of the paid relics, we can then use that to further upgrade our account, whether that's getting like a golden star vessel or things like that. So everyone who plays the game should be rewarded. I think it is probably a good idea you just take the rewards from like monthly challenges, weekly nightmares, and even the weekly adventures, and potentially even other adventures in the future, and just give you all of this currency. Because as long as the shop is put together well, this looks like the most rewarding shop in the game. So being able to earn tokens just for that shop, to be able to get big rewards like golden star vessels, who knows, maybe even just like flat out Nova crystals. If you're getting a paid relic, I feel like why not? I think it can be really good, and then it rewards people more to actually go through and try to clear the whole set of monthly challenges or any of the other content. Yeah, I think overall it is pretty good. I think let's try to copy her.
Seeing double.
Yeah, the mirror images are pretty funny.
Better than that.
Alright, we're fine. It is fun how there's just so many created cards. Oh, I guess the double attack doesn't really matter for these, but there's so many created cards that Viktor just synergizes with so many different elements of the game. Oh, GG. I have a PNC crystal. Who do you recommend I go for? I'm aiming for Vic, but not 100% sure. So for PNC, I now have a much better or more formulated opinion after getting, I keep thinking that Heimerdinger is one of them, but getting Jason Heimerdinger. Yeah, Heimerdinger doesn't count. He's Bandle City. I just always think of him as PNC. But for it, I think there's a couple different questions you can ask yourself, and it's going to be whose playstyle you like. So in my opinion, both Jinx and Echo are very strong, but on the boring side. I think Caitlyn is very, very fun, and so she is fantastic. If you don't have the epic relics for her, though, and you don't plan on getting them, then you might want to hold off, but she can be very fun and one of my favorite to play. Warwick is another one that is incredibly fun and very, very good if you get him to 6 stars. So he's another one that is very interesting and enjoyable to play. And then Jace is an interesting one as well, where he's not as flat out strong, or at least he takes a little bit to get going. And so you really have to like his specific playstyle. But I think if you like Jace, if you like his playstyle, it is definitely worth picking up. I think it works very well for him. He's incredibly strong. And as long as you don't lose like round 1 or 2, then he puts out an insane amount of damage. I think it's really, what are you looking for? Are you just looking for what is like the strongest champion? Are you looking for a champion that's super strong turn 1? Then okay, you might want to go for someone like Jinx, is able to just put out a ton of damage immediately, completely wipe the enemy board, and even if you don't end outright, you can just sit there and kill anyone with your created Pow Pows. But Jinx is going to be pretty boring. But PNZ has a lot of very good champions, and some of them are very similar, or like they'll play out the exact same way every time, like Jinx. But if you like that really randomness aspect, I think Jace is really good for that, where you have a consistent game plan, but what spells you're going to be using every single time and how you're going to like get his win can play out a little bit differently. So I don't really think there's just one flat out best answer. For me, my 2 favorite PNZ is Caitlyn and Warwick. I think they are the most fun to play, and for me, that's kind of the most important aspect. I think if I had to go for anyone, I might actually go with Warwick. Just because he's incredibly strong, but very interesting to play. For me, Jinx is my favorite, but I don't think her 6-star fits her playstyle. Echo and Jace for me are low constellations, so a bit more investment side. The way I think of the game is getting to the point where if you play the game a lot, you can earn paid stuff and be on par. I mean, it's going to be really, really good for people to be able to earn stuff in game. I'm like, that's the biggest downside for the game right now, is that people cannot earn paid stuff in the game. So them fixing that is going to be great. How is Warwick more interesting than Echo? I like the Warwick playstyle. I like the scaling. I like how there can be a lot of thought process into how do I scale up my units as fast as possible. And there is a surprising amount of depth to his kit. Echo is fine. I don't think Echo's bad at all. I just don't find Echo personally as interesting. And yeah, the 6-star for Echo definitely seems pretty boring. Like, oh, just absolutely massive units that, okay, you're predicting, but that's... I prefer the Warwick of you're trying to get as many points of damage as possible. Hello, Torcat. Alright, here, if I'm summoned... When I'm summoned, if I was created, draw 1, grant me 2/1. We'd be able to do this a lot. There's a lot of ways to create this. Squeaker. Sure, let's go for the Cunning Kitten. I think it is pretty cool. I like that one over here that's just horrified, the wump. Actually, what is this little tagline? When they're not sleeping in the middle of the day or throwing up in the middle of the night, cats are always up to some brand of mischief. So yeah, let's grab that one. Let's see. Let's go for the spells chest. Ooh, hero or champion draw. Fantastic. Let's definitely get that. Rekindler. All right, we'll go for the shop. So stagehand. I've almost maxed out Warwick, but I still don't enjoy him, though he is way better with upgrades. I mean, that's also always something to consider is some champions you're just not going to enjoy playing. And it's not necessarily, like, sometimes it can be an issue with the champion, but everyone has their own personal preferences. I feel like Warwick doesn't even need the 6-star. Sure, it makes him scale faster, but it's not as game-changing as some other 6-stars. I would say, I would agree with the fact that it is not as game-changing. It does add an extra element to you to consider of the fact of, can I get my units to kill a unit and survive, and then start healing up and scaling their health as well? So it does add another element, but it's not as game-changing as, oh, all your spells hit absolutely everyone, and you can just annihilate the entire enemy board, and that completely changes how you play. So it's not as game-changing, but it definitely helps. Let's get rid of the Mimic, and I think we can hold on to the rest. Yeah, didn't want the Glorious Evolution, probably never going to play it. We'll save the Poro Cannon until after our Viktor makes more champions. Let's see. Sure, we can drop this here.
We're the ones who make progress happen.
No, we don't want to give them cost reduction.
Keep it up.
Not terrible. Sure.
Coming.
One spring for each crab I saw.
All right, let's drop our Viktor,
Most efficient.
and let's see.
See the world through.
All right, so a Varus. Varus is going to go work very well for us. Let's honestly get rid of the other Viktor.
Yes, of course.
All right, Teemo, awesome.
A new era of technology begins.
Viktor does kind of have just everything. We're not going to play our Poros because we want to have room for our Varus.
Of course.
The board-wide scaling.
New materials, new improvements.
All right, GG.
King who holds fast.
Probably. Yep. Oh, nice. I've always been mid-range board-based player. Spell wielding champs just don't get as well. I know others who are opposite, not just in LOR but other games too. Yeah, it's different for everyone. I love spells-based champs. I don't know, Warwick just feels like a worse Viego. I mean, being a worse version of debatably the best champion in the game isn't really a bad thing. I would say though, Warwick does play fairly similar to Viego. Yeah, they definitely have some overlap. But yeah, being a worse version of just the best champion is not really that bad. Kate will always be the most fun PNC champ for me until they release Seraphine or Janna Constellation. Yeah, Seraphine, they teased to come out next year. Not a big fan of card games, but LOR for some reason was able to keep me playing. My favorite style is super aggro, like all or nothing. Champs like Ashe or Morg are the polar opposites, while also being strong. In your opinion, who's the best Freljord champ? I prefer going for Volibear. Ashe can be very good, and especially with her 6-star, you can go for a pretty simple build that is a bit RNG reliant, but you can potentially just drop Ashe and have her nuke the Nexus. I don't find that as interesting though, and I prefer going for just Volibear and having him absolutely wreck. I think it's a lot of fun being able to snowball kills. So you like drop one big unit, it gets a kill for you, potentially multiple kills. You can then drop another big unit and you just chain into having a huge board filled with Titanic units that are annihilating the enemy. So I would go for Volibear, but Ashe is pretty good. I think we'll go here just because it's cheap. Yeah, these two I think are just going to be too expensive and we're not going to play them. Let's see here for a shop. Counterfeits. Some of these are okay. We don't do a lot of damage. We have some. Sure, we have a lot of gold. We'll just, it's worth picking up. Extra damage is always nice. We'll get rid of, I think actually the Thorn. Yeah, we're less likely to play that, I think. Let's go for Fiora.
I would cut down the opposition.
Also, one of the devs described the New Year's Titanic. Yeah, I heard that. I was like, that made me excited because, yeah, it makes me think that we're going to get a bunch of Titanic champions, which I'm super excited about. I love big Titanic units. Ashe has a lot more reliability and power for later adventures. I mean, the reliability for Ashe is a bit rough because you have to get her in your opening hand, and then you have to make sure that the upgrades actually hit her. And it can be a bit of an issue where sometimes you're just going to draw a lot of other units. Other units are going to get more of the upgrades, and it's not like it's reliable, but it's not as reliable as I would like. But Ashe does have a good ability to shut down some really annoying champions. Actually, we're planning on playing Ashe after this for the next adventure. I think let's actually this is okay. Can't we play 6-star Ashe as regular Ashe with Overwhelm though? Yeah, you definitely can. You can play 6-star Ashe normally and not rely on the 6-star doing like the meme Gatebreaker build. But that is a pretty good build for just doing that as well. Sure, let's actually go for the LeBlanc.
I hate having to put
Are they going to use the Cataclysm? Yep, let's see what we can do. It's not quite enough, but not if we have too much health left. So we could drop LeBlanc again. Since this was created, we should get 2 of her.
places to go. People to be.
We could just be playing more LeBlancs.
I'll write my own story.
So she was still the last non-fleeting card we played.
The best lies are beautiful.
Alright, we should go for the Poro Cannon, get our champion. It's like we could do that.
My move.
But I'm kind of having fun just playing with our LeBlanc.
Blooms once more.
Strength and grace, beauty in the blade.
Alright, let's go ahead and kill that one. Alright, we kind of have too many cards, but I think the first card we get is our Viktor. Oh no, he wasn't. That was a little dangerous. Yeah, we're also probably going to burn the champion. Oh no, he doesn't. Wait. When I'm summoned or round start, create a hex core. Okay, so he drew first, and then we didn't get the other effect. All right. Well, GG. Yeah, if you're wanting to go for just a whole bunch of champions, like if you like oath builds, then yeah, Viktor's going to be another one that can utilize this pretty well. Imagine LeBlanc 6-star being when you play a follower, transform it into LeBlanc. Oh, yeah. Alright, so we could go for a 2-cost LeBlanc, could start a free attack, could go for our Viktor. Actually, Viktor with Ancient Coin lets us play him turn 1, so that would be pretty good. Yeah, that'll be nice. More damage, explosive finale. I think we'll go for explosive finale. It is pretty fun, although just doubling down and getting extra elemental wins is also a good time. But I think we'll go for this. And sure, let's go for the spells chest. So sneaky Zeebles. We have 6 rerolls. We do, but when I see a power that is pretty solid, it's hard to just be like, nah, we're good. I try to only save my rerolls if there's something that's actually like, there's no good options. Oh look, Lily again. Alright, so we'll be able to level him up, drop her next round. Although, if we play her, she can actually scale up. Sure, it's not that much.
Let's face the world straight together, please.
Humankind must realize its full potential.
Alright, are we going to hit Elusive? Alright, looks like not quite. Ooh, this will actually be pretty good. Well, that's a little sad. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, well, there goes Nivea. Rip. Alright, so we do not have... Oh, there it is. I was like, we don't have Overwhelm yet. But yeah, this should just be... GG. Nice. Also, a lot of champions also make created cards as well, so... Viktor does work out pretty good in that regard. Toast not wasteful with rerolls like I am. I don't know, sometimes there'll be like a bad power in a shop and I'll be like, okay, I have a bunch of rerolls, let's try to just reroll to get like a power that can work, and I keep trying and I just blow like 4 rerolls and I just keep getting like duplicates or trash, and it's just like, this sucks. We can get, yeah, more copies of Viktor. I do love Excavator's Charge, especially for Viktor. It scales him up like crazy. Alright, removal spell would be nice. Calculated Creations is fine. Yeah, I kind of want something a little bit better. So this would... The champion draw would be nice, but it would just fill our hand way too much because it would give us 4 Poros and then 2 champions. So often this is just going to give us too many cards. But Aftershock, more damage, that'll be fun. All right, let's go here for a shop. That's probably one we're going to reroll. First, let's leave. So we have another shop over here, champion item. We have 5 rerolls now. Round start rally, nice. And yeah, I think we have enough of our champion. Let's go for the other shop, see if we can get a fun power. Like if we could get Trifarian, that would be great. So let's go for Swole Squirrel. Honestly, Beast Within might be better than Hexcore with this build. Yeah, Beast Within is pretty good. I like the Hexcore just for the board-wide scaling. It's a lot of fun. And then also the fact you can try to level up your Viktor very quickly to get the extra cost reduction there. But yeah, it's not like super necessary. You definitely could swap it out for something else. Let's get rid of both of these. All right, nice. Turn 1 Viktor. All right, champion we can play immediately. Nice. Goodness. All right, that is a lot of elusives. They do have an elusive blocker, but that is a lot of damage. We'll be able to just attack right here, and I mean, that'll be game. GG. It is pretty satisfying when you have the elusives and there's just nothing the enemy can do. I just like rerolling in shops. Only having one choice of a power means the reroll feels less impactful. Yes, if you can, rerolling when you have like the 3 options is definitely better, which is why especially for the shops I'm very not picky. As long as it's a power that can be useful, it's like, okay, I'll grab that up. Because yeah, being greedy in the shop is how you can blow through a lot of rerolls. But if you see a power that's just not going to help you at all, then I'm normally like, okay, it's worth it. I think let's go for the Boom Baboon and probably cut it. Oh, they're just still pretty cheap. Honestly, Ebb wouldn't be bad, but don't really care about that. Phalanx, I mean, we could trigger this pretty easily, but we're not really having issues with how units die. Welcome gifts could be fine. And we're being a lot picky here since this is the last chance. So yeah, this could be fine. Another explosive finale. Sure, we're not killing that many people. So it's like, kind of doesn't matter. Yeah, I'd love like Trifarian. Alright, that's create a card. It'll work. So we could get something like Mechanized Mimic. But we could also look here. Yeah, we have 4 of this one. Yeah, I think we'll get rid of the Boom Baboon just because we have more copies of it. So let's get rid of that. And let's go for Misfortune.
Sure you can handle me.
Seeing Karma and Aurelia made me so happy in the dev video. I'm definitely more excited for Aurelia. I feel like Karma might be a bit boring to play, just because it's kind of a slow ramp champion. Let's actually get rid of a couple of these. Yeah, we want to get more of our champions.
Flesh is a weakness we must shed.
Alright, so we can't drop anything else yet. Let's skip that. Aftershock, nice. Alright, so we're gonna be like 1 away from leveling.
Cover me, Crackshot. You got it, Captain.
Although one thing I do like with this build is just generating another card to play is pretty good for you. We could wait until she's leveled, but I think we'll just drop her so she can scale.
Hey there.
Embrace a new vision of progress.
Fresh out of got us covered.
Alrighty.
I know what I'm doing. Wasted effort.
The amount of scaling is just so fantastic.
The
All right, we could also go for the Encore, but I think we're good. Yes, I'm aware we can skip predicts. I literally just did that in one of them.
I am everywhere. I am everyone.
All right, GG. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Normally for predicts, they don't skip. Well, so for predicts, they keep putting the cards in the top of your deck. So I think the first predicts puts it at the top, but then the second predict puts that one on top. So you'll then start drawing them in order. So it doesn't shuffle your deck anymore. So you just are going to have like a bunch of them in order of the cards you picked. All right, that was a lot of fun. Pretty much exactly what you would expect. It's another Oath build. I think Viktor definitely has some better synergies with this than many other champions, because if you have him at 6 stars, whatever champion you play is guaranteed to be doubled. That was one of the selling points of Neela, but for him it's guaranteed. Also, a lot of champions also have created cards that they're able to generate, and so Viktor has a little bit of extra synergy right there. So if you want another champion that can work with Oath, this works, but otherwise it's not really the best build for you. But if you like to go for champion spam, this definitely works. Did this one with Samira. It was really fun, especially after getting her plunder spell on nodes. Since I got Ezreal and his support package, got all the cost reduction. Nice. Stardust. We actually maybe got our legend level increase already. I forgot that the weeklies give us extra, don't they? Oh, maybe not. Oh, they do give us more than 1,000, but yeah, we're still one away. All right, some people stuck in the ad breaks for just pausing. All right, everyone's back. We're going to go for the 5.5. So we're up against Zed. We have After Image, so round start, the foe revives an ephemeral copy of the strongest dead follower. All things grow cold, double the stats, and grant fearsome to the first unit the foe plays each round. This scaled with the deadly means the first unit they play is going to be absolutely massive, and then they're just getting a free champion every single round. So we're going to go for Ashe because her 4-star will counter After Image. They'll play that, or they won't play it. It'll get summoned, and it will immediately get frostbitten. So if we take a look at Ashe, and we look at her 4-spell, each round the first time the foe summons a unit, frostbite it. So just every unit they get, which is the biggest unit that's died, it's going to immediately get frostbitten, so it's going to be worthless. It's just going to take up board space for them. And then because of our 6-star, when you decrease an enemy's power, randomly distribute that much power among allies. So that is pretty nice. Just to be able to benefit from like them dropping their massive units. Doesn't matter. We're just going to get all those stats. So this will be pretty nice. I think we might not go for the Gatebreaker build just because we've already played that one a lot. We might go for Packed Powder, Beast Within, and sure, maybe even the Swain Relic. So we'll drop Ashe turn 1 and try to use her to get even more Frostbites going. But the Beast Within with our massive units should just help us be able to end the game. So we'll try this out. Like, yeah, Beast or going for the triple Gatebreaker, probably be a simpler build, just hold our Ashe in hand. But this one should be a little bit more interactive. Although We could go for the Swain Raven army, but we could also go for Echoing Spirit. Echoing Spirit means we get more copies of Ashe, and then we also get a bunch for Champion Spell, which isn't too bad. Yeah, that one's a little bit tough. I think we'll try this one. It's fun trying to go for a little bit more of an aggro Ashe build. So let's grab this and go for this 5.5, see how we do. Oh, also, for anyone that has the bug where you're not getting the last reward from your Fiddlesticks adventure, you're supposed to get a Runeterra Golden Reliquary. Or not Golden Reliquary, sorry, a Golden Star Vessel. I submitted a ticket over to Riot, and they said that they are going to send that in the next couple days. Now, I haven't gotten it yet, but I just sent that ticket in like yesterday. So I'll keep you posted on when I get that, but if you're having that same issue, probably want to try to submit a ticket and see if they can give it to you. I kind of thought Riot would do something with one of their patches where they just automatically gave it to the people that didn't have it. It's been 2 patches, we haven't gotten it, so I think it's time to directly submit a ticket if you need to. Yeah, Echoing would also be really good here, but we'll test this one out. Let's go for a power. Extra Student, Reunited, Haunting Hall. Some of these are okay, but they are all common. We have 5 rerolls. I think let's try to get something a little bit better for us. Does this... This probably just frostbites the same target again, right? Because it just says the first time. I don't think this is smart enough to know that we already have this. So I don't think this is going to work, sadly. For the memes. I mean, it's... I would love more frostbites, but it's not going to do anything. Deep Cuts does do good damage, though. So we might just do that. This card is useless, yeah. I think it works, but don't take my word for it. It's like, I don't think it's... Because it specifies the first time the foe summons a unit. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it just hits the exact same target twice, which doesn't do anything. So I think we'll go for the Deep Cuts. Adding a little bit more pressure can be solid. We could try to reroll for like a rally, which would be pretty nice, but this can be fine, especially since our units have Overwhelm. They should be able to get through and get those hits in. So let's grab that and go for the Sneaky Zeebles. Yeah, Frostbite's the same unit twice. Yeah, that's how it should work. And so, yeah, I don't think we'll bother. Let's get rid of this one. We know we're getting our Ashe. Yeah, this can be okay. The extra draw will be decent. I always forget that I have Coven Ashe.
All the world on one arrow.
Alright, so we can go ahead and attack like this. Sure, we can drop this one. So 6, 7, 7, 3. All right, nice frostbites here. Well, we can play the sentry, but we want to have enough for our archer. We're gonna hold on to this for an extra frostbite.
I'll lead us to victory.
Coven Ashe is so pretty. Yeah. All right, here we'll frostbite this guy. Aw, that's weird. Alright, this unit's pretty massive, so let's drop this here. Oh, they have more of them? Alright. Well, we were potentially going to be able to end right there. But let's just attack with these ones. Do we want to kill their targets? Let's get rid of one of them. Yeah, that can be fine. It's nice to trim some of their units so that they don't end up having too many units that we can't frostbite. Like, we know this one's getting frostbitten from the round start. Ooh, 46. It's starting to get big. Sure, we'll frostbite that there.
Power of an iceborn.
All right, so we'll go ahead and frostbite this guy. All right, so we can attack, frostbite that one in the middle, and do absolutely ridiculous damage.
The war is over. Now we rebuild.
Something was going on there. Our Ashe was buffing up all of our units in hand. I think Ashe is still bugged. Yeah, I think Ashe is still bugged. I know before there was a time where we were playing like slow spells, and for some reason it was buffing up our units way more than they should be. But seemingly when we were just hitting their Nexus, it was all of our units in hand were getting buffed. I don't know why that was. That was weird. Let's stay away from LeBlanc because we want to make sure we have enough of our champion. Lightning Rush. I guess a recall can be nice, but we don't really care about any of these. Let's go for a support champion. This playstyle's so much more fun for me on 6-star Ashe. It definitely can be a little bit more interesting. Yeah, it can be a little boring with the other one, but also really fun sometimes. I like... Oh my word, that's so many strikes. He might die. Actually, I mean, he still might die, but he's going to be massive from all of the power he's going to get. And if their board's frostbitten, he's just going to get 2 kills. I always like staying in region if I can, so I think Braum could be a lot of fun here. Yeah, let's go for Braum. Let's see, spells, item, or slot bot. Let's go for the item chest, and let's go for Swiftwing. Should be a lot of units for us to frostbite. Let's get rid of Mighty Poro. Although, that's actually going to be pretty big because both of them should get all of this win stats. So that's actually really good. Let's get rid of that. And I think the Trapper. Hold into these two. All right, we have 1 copy of Ashe. Nice.
All the world on one arrow.
They have Formidable. Oh no. Sure, let's drop this here.
The way. Avarosan, stand together.
So yeah, we'll kill that one, but that Formidable could be an issue. Let's try to get a little bit weaker. Okay, so that there didn't buff up our top deck.
My aim is true.
See ya, Torcat. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. Let's go for the Crystal Arrow. But yeah, this Broadwing, I mean, good thing we have the Elixir of Iron. Oh, they didn't go for the Broadwing. Interesting attack. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we can drop this guy here.
Old eyes still see far and clear.
All right, so we could drop him. He's going to kill these 2 because one's going to strike. Yeah, this will be solid.
Avarosan protect each other.
All right, so we can attack. She'll frostbite that one. The ones with 0 power won't be able to block. And sure, we can drag these ones aside, and this will just be game. GG.
Now begins a new era of peace.
All right, so it seems like when they were striking the 0 health unit, or 0 power unit. Actually, no, it wasn't 0 power. Yeah, those 2 had actual power still. When we were striking those 2 specifically, it seemed to be buffing up our deck. Yeah, I think there's some weird mechanics going on with Ashe, where there's some ways that the 6-star just buffs up your units more than it should. It's a little weird. 3 gate bigger build is better highs, but at a bad roll, it can really F up your run against an easier encounter. Yeah, that one is less consistent, because if you don't draw Ashe, you're kind of screwed. Even if you draw Ashe, if you have too many units in your deck, she doesn't get the buffs, it can also be really bad. I'll go for Caught in the Cold. I do like having a nice cheap Frostbite, and the Vulnerable's nice too. Yeah, that could be okay. Also, the Sigils of the Storm will be great for us, because so many of our units will be Titanic. Reckoners is fun. I don't think we really need the card generation, but getting extra copies is not terrible. Sure, we can actually go here. We normally don't have too many cards. Getting an extra copy of this would be nice. Although this could give us extra draw, because Plunder draw one of them. So that would also help. Yeah, I think we'll go here. All right, let's see. Monk, shop, or spells chest. I think I actually want to go for the shop. I would love to get something like Titanic Wake or Trifarian. Something like that would be so much fun for us. So let's go for Reckoner. Maybe some weird interactions with their 2-star. Possibly, yeah. But I know before there was also effects when we were playing slow spells. It was also doing it. I'm not sure what's going on with her. This can be okay. I think let's actually lead with the Omen Hawk.
I served for decades, and you call on me now.
As the arrow flies.
Alright, so that was going to get Frostbitten. Let's go ahead and kill it.
I've embarrassed fools twice or thrice.
So yeah, nothing there. Buffing up our
Avarosa,
units.
guide me. Line up.
So we could drop our Braum. I think let's go for a Caught in the Cold here. I think we'll go for a Wise Fry.
No one's the wiser.
All right, here, let's go for Braum. And he'll get a couple kills going.
Avarosans protect each other.
It is easy, see?
And then this will be pretty ridiculous. They won't be able to block at all. And yeah, this is just going to be able to probably end. So far, like, we've consistently been ending in like our second attack, but whenever our attack is ending, so like right there, we didn't have anyone blocking. It was just us hitting the Nexus. I don't know if they have to have like the deadly or the card in hand that is dealing damage to them from our deep cuts. Because it's always our attack when we have Ichor going. I don't know if that's factoring in. Yeah, it's just a little weird. Get an empty mana gem, heal your Nexus. Omen Hawk's not bad. Caught in the Cold is decent. I think we'll go for Caught in the Cold because I like that we're playing this kind of for free because we're spending 2 mana, but we're getting 2 mana back, and almost all of our units are going to be able to beat Titanic. So sure. Yeah, at least it's not a negative bug. Finally got Kane as support on my 6-star Aatrox, and after recalling to level him up, he retains the doubled stats. So when he comes down as Ross, he has 4 times stats. Awesome, that's really cool. Thanks for letting me know. I'll try to remember that. Let's go for the shop. 3 Sisters isn't bad. Draw 1, give it fleeting. Extra draw is not bad for us. When I'm summoning someone in Rhine Fang Pack. Also wouldn't be too bad. I think let's actually get this. Having some extra draw could be pretty good for us. This one could be okay, but I think we're fine. Yeah, there's some solid things in here. I don't want to get too many cards, so I think we'll hold off. Let's go for the healer, though. And I probably want to cut the Wild Claw. We already have Overwhelm. All of its extra stats don't really matter because all of our units are getting buffed up by our 6-star. So honestly, it's just so expensive. I don't think we want to deal with it. And let's go for Kaisa.
Are you the hunter or the prey?
Let's get rid of one of the Mighty Poros, but I'm fine with the rest. Again, I think I'll drop the Omen Hawk.
Novel way to fight. I'll give you that.
Hey, if you can't beat them, shoot them with their own crap.
Oof,
Every
that's
move just makes me stronger.
not necessarily the best.
Only a target.
So this one could die, but at least if they block with the Elder, it'll kill them. Our Ashe is going to be close to dead, but I do still want to get some damage down. And her attacking gives us that frostbite.
We honor the wolf. Death with ice.
Avarosa, guide me!
Alright, I think... Let's go for the Archer on this one because of the spell shield. This goes through the spell shield. And then we might use the Flash Freeze on Kaisa.
Adding to the arsenal.
Although since they're going a little bit slow, let's play our slow spell here. Do we want to drop this as another blocker? I think we're fine. Okay, good. They didn't want to attack. While I'm attacking would be the worst thing in the world. Kind of didn't want to deal with it. I think let's try to drop this here.
This is the power of an Iceborn.
Let's go for our Braum. He should be able to get a couple kills for us. Although the Trifarian sometimes, I mean, since it's on the bottom, hopefully it doesn't hit first. But sometimes it kind of skips the order and hits first, and then... I mean, it's top on the left side. Sometimes he doesn't get both strikes off. Okay, still got 2 strikes off.
Each other.
Solid.
Swiftly now.
Alright, so that was going to be Frostbitten. Let's drag this one aside. And then just try to get a bunch of damage down. Yeah, they're having a little bit too many units for my liking, but let's try to go like here. Antwan DC, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Ooh, lifesteal, that's not good.
Wasters, where you at?
There's nowhere to hide.
Alright, so they have that Overwhelm, which isn't great. Let's try to see if we can scale up her to survive. Yes. Let's
Time is right. Strike now.
hit that Overwhelm unit. Draw 2. Alright, I think we're fine. Oof, 82. That could be good. Sure, let's drop some of these 2-cost units.
Adapting my method.
Alright, I don't think they have any fast or burst speed spells in order to answer this. So let's try to attack like this and drag some of these units aside, getting absolutely crazy amounts of damage. Yeah, Ashe could get killed. We'll put this one here. All right, GG. How's it going? Going pretty well. I think the 82-1 might be Titanic. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Also played Ashe today. Decided to punish Arcane Karma for her crimes with Triple Gatebreaker. Nice. Yeah, that Karma is the worst. So we could just go for a pickaxe. Wouldn't be terrible. Let's try a reroll. Double attack can be nice. Mana deposit, colossal hammer. Yeah, I think we'll just go for double attack. Be able to get 2 hits in. Get 2 of our Ichors planted right away. Yeah, it can be okay. I mean, all of these are actually excellent. Trifarian, fantastic. That's going to be so much fun for us. Let's go for Grumpy Rock Bear. Pretty much every unit we play is going to be getting the strike off. We're now going to have crazy removal. That is really the fun thing with Ashe's 6-star is it's strong, but there's also like certain powers that you can pair with it to just make it absolutely ridiculous. Let's get rid of both of these Caught in the Cold and hold the Braum. We should be guaranteed to draw Ashe, because, yeah, we should only have 2 copies of Braum. I kind of want them to play something, but oh well. I didn't want to risk passing. Let's drop Omen Hawk. Alright, so they'll block our Ashe, but at least she'll die. Oh, they're not. Alright, thank you. So Braum can get triple strikes off, but it's not actually needed. So I think we might wait and drop Braum next turn. So yeah, we could go for a Trapper here. Let's actually try to pass here, wait for them to play something else. Okay, now we can drop Braum. He can get 3 kills. All right, fantastic.
It is easy, see?
I'll lead us to victory.
Yeah, Ashe is so improved with her constellation.
As the arrow flies.
All right, I'm actually gonna, for science, not end here. I want to see if they have the Ichor. Is that what is buffing up our units? So we only have 2 units in hand. One is 16, one is 7. Let's try to attack like this. Okay, now they are massively buffed. For some reason, I do think, because we've done other attacks and it hasn't happened, I think if they have Ichor in hand, when we attack and hit the Nexus, for some reason, it buffs up our units massively, which doesn't really make sense. I think we'll pass, see if they want to play anything.
A chill in the air. You got caught.
All right, so yeah, I'm glad we could have ended there, but we kept ending on the same attack. I was like, I need to try to figure out. Oh yeah, Trifarian is so good. Oh look, GG. So, yeah, the Ichor is a weird interaction there. Don't know how or why that works, but it's another way to scale up your units, I guess. So that could go off once. I mean, with this going off twice with a 50% chance, it would fill up our hand with this card likely, but it could also help make our units not die. So, sure. Alright, item chest, shared spoils, sentry. We could get the cost reduction on this and then cut it. That wouldn't be terrible to do. Shared spoil. I think our draw problem is pretty much solved with the fast deal, so well, actually getting more of the sentries would actually be nice. It is a pretty good card. I like the challenger. Yeah, we can actually grab this. Actually, that's another point I need to write down. So I'm working on a drafting guide for when you're looking at cards. What cards do you want to pick up and why? And so I'm trying to just give you all the different reasons, all the questions you should be asking yourself of what you want to pick up. But there's sometimes cards you want to grab just so you cut them, and that's one of the questions I didn't add in. And so yeah, I just had to write that down so I try to remember. Doesn't Ashe have a power to buff top deck unit? Yeah, you have that with... Well, it's not really a power, but you have it with your Omen Hawk. And also one of your other cards as well. We're just holding out for anyone stuck in the ad break. That's why we're not really looking at stuff right now. All right, everyone should be back. What's your best champion to prioritize putting power into from Bilgewater? Misfortune is the best if you have her champion relic. If you have that, and if you're going to get her to like the fully 6 stars, very, very good. And some of the other upgrades in there are solid as well. But I think Pike is also very, very good. And especially with the upgrades you get, the further you get in the constellation, it just gives you more consistency with his playstyle. So I wouldn't say it's only Misfortune. Let's see here. Misfortune can be good without the pay to win relic. Like I have done builds where you're using echoing and it still works pretty well. But there is still a pretty big difference without it. Save Bilgewater crystals for Nautilus. Really, so for Pike, I would definitely play him first before you invest a lot into him. See if you like the overall Lurk playstyle. If you like Pike, you like that playstyle, then yes, I think he's worth investing into. Otherwise, just go for Misfortune or save it. Draw me at the start of the game. That's not too bad. Maybe gain 1 copy of this just for the item. That's also probably another thing I should put down. So potentially get 1 of those. When you draw a card, give allies 1 power this round. We do have the extra draw, so it'd help a little bit. I don't think this is really... Well, it's not bad. It won't be that big of a deal. Let's actually see... So we have Smooth Soloist up there. We do have a lot of gold, though. I think let's try 1 reroll. Sorcery can be okay. Yeah, let's buy 1 copy of this just for the item. And then let's go up here for Smooth Soloist. So we have Green Glade Caretaker. I like Pike playstyle. I just don't like how Lurk only can proc once per turn. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I don't know why big champions are just hype. I mean, yeah, they're often just more fun. Let's get rid of both of these and the Mighty Poro. We can hold them to Caught the Cold. Of course, we still draw these. And we do have a good amount of copies of them. Sure. We can drop Ashe first. Let's Frostbite that one.
Don't think I won't unmake you because I will.
So this will get another strike off. This could be pretty good though, because this could kill people through barrier. All right, so we can attack. That one's gonna get reduced down. And yeah, we can just attack like this.
Sorry.
All right, so yeah, the Icar was able to get procced by Ashe first, and then with the other strikes, we were able to buff up our other units. Ashe does have a lot of weird interactions. All right, let's drop this to Frostbite that unit. Sure, let's actually hold off.
Guide our allies, my friend. These woods protect their own.
They still might play more, but let's go ahead and drop this here.
This is the power of an iceborn.
Water changes but never breaks. Engulf them.
All right, let's frostbite that one. So we can let this unit kill it.
If it's a fight they want.
And then, sure, this is fine.
Waters are still.
Nature blesses her followers. Swiftly now.
I think with our overwhelm, it doesn't really matter. So let's just attack and GG. GG. Is the channel's motto stay toasty? Don't really have a channel motto, but that's not bad. Not we're butchering names. I mean, that's more accurate. Radiant plate armor, Grifter's deck, sure. Grifter's deck will be solid there. Alright, smooth soloist. Sure, that's fine. Get double Ashe, that can be fun. Let's see. Let's get rid of the lightning rush. Yeah, we can get rid of that one. Let's go for Zed. This is good. All right, so we'll drop our double Ashe. Oh, they're not going to play anything. All right, let's go for Omen Hawk. And that is a ton of damage. So for that one, even though we had the Ichor going, it still didn't proc the effect. That's interesting. Let's go ahead and frostbite that.
No backing down.
Hopefully they can't buff this up, but we do have an Elixir of Iron if they can.
Spiraled out. Quietly.
Man, they do have a lot of units. Good thing we have double Ashe.
I'll lead us to victory.
Traditions are lost if not passed on.
All right, so we could just attack and end, but I think dropping double Braum would be pretty funny. So sure.
The tales about you
So just their entire board completely wrecked. Oh wait, we don't actually have the attack token. For some reason I thought we had a rally. I guess that was last game.
It is easy, see?
All right, GG. All the new champions they revealed in the snack shop are nice. I wonder if we'll get all of those in 2025. I wouldn't necessarily count on it. I think we'll get most of them, but I'm not sure if we're actually going to get all of them in 2025. All right, that was a lot of fun. It's great being able to use Ashe without just going for the triple Gatebreaker build, even though that one does still definitely work very well. Being able to get Ashe on the board turn one and actually play with your champion and not just drop her to end the game is pretty fun. Also, I'm glad that we were able to at least solve some of the mystery surrounding Ashe and figuring out part of some of how she's bugged, at least with her 6-star. So, pretty nice testing there, but overall, fun champion, still pretty solid, and one of the most improved with her constellation. Duplicator Karma build is already giving me a headache. Aurelia, I think, is going to be fun. Udyr and, Azir. Yeah, it's going to be great. All right, Noxus Gold Star Vessel. Let's see if we high roll. All right, not quite, but that's fine. It's not like we really are in a rush. We already have a Nox and Nova Crystal just sitting there waiting. Oh boy, a daily quest. I wish Silver Star Vessel had a higher chance of Nova Shards. I mean, it has a low chance, so there is a chance, but yeah, not a high chance, which is sad. I think you can get like 10 from it. I'm pretty sure I've had that happen before. Alright, so last one, 6.5 up against Lysandra. We have Immolation, so round end deal 2 to all the players' units. And then Scout Scheme. Round start, the foe plants 15 poison puff caps in the player's deck. And Deadly. So time is definitely an essence here, because they could, if the game goes on too long, we could just lose. And also some sustain would be nice. So I think we'll go ahead and try our Gwen. We haven't really played her 6-star too much. 6-star, if you don't know. So game starts, summon 4 Ghastly Bands and Rally. But we already summoned 1 Ghastly Band, so we actually get 5 of these at the start of the game. The Rally doesn't really matter for the Nightmares, because we already always get the attack token. Any of these that are actually worth getting right now? No, not really. Alright, so for the build we're going for Disciple of Shadows, so we can drop her turn 1. Also, this is going to make her do a ton of damage. So this is going to level her right away. Then we're going to go for Gale Force, so we can attack twice. And then Ludens... Ludens, so that our attack effect, the skill we play, is going to deal double damage. Who's stronger, 6-star Viktor or Jace? I would lean towards Viktor, especially since there's so much more you're able to do. Yeah, especially if you're trying to end an adventure as soon as possible. Viktor has a better, stronger turn 1 build that can just put forward a ton of damage in the very first round. Like with Jace, you can get him on the board turn 1, but you can't reliably get him on the board and level him, which is a major factor, or get him on the board and play any 6-cost spells. So yeah, I would... If you're going for the most OP broken build and who can end the game just the fastest and most consistently, I would probably give it to Viktor. Jace needs like a round or so. Anyways, yeah, let's grab our Gwen here, because we haven't played her too much. This should be a pretty good matchup for her. And let's load in here. Jace is more unique, at least. Yeah. And he is still incredibly strong. Let's see what we get for a power here. Game start, draw 2. Cards you draw cost 1 less. Summon Green Glade Lookout. We don't want to have a full board, so having another unit isn't great for us. Game start, draw 2 helps us get our Gwen. Just the extra draw. Quick draw is not bad, though. We also have 4 rerolls, which actually is pretty low for a lot of our maxed out champions. I think we'll go for a quick draw and just try to get like Farsight, because this could help us play more in the very first round, which could be good for us. Let's go for Rockhopper. Because yeah, being able to play another unit alongside our Gwen to have them take the first attack spot can really help increase her damage. Toast, do you ever think Riot will release a relic for other Constellation champs who didn't get one? Yeah. I think they've already done that somewhat. Like when some champions got upgraded, I think they came out with relics for them. But I think their main focus is getting relics out for all the champions that are coming out in a patch. So that's probably their top priority, is those. I think it will be a little bit of a toss-up though, because I think they'll create some relics for the general pool that aren't necessarily a champ specific one, even though it's very much flavored for a specific champion, such as like the Galio one or the Alawi one, where it's clearly based on a specific champion and kind of made for them, even though it doesn't say like, oh, if you're Galio or if you're Alawi. So I think especially adding ones like that, they're definitely gonna keep doing. And I would think the champions that don't already have a relic, potentially they would get one, but I don't think it's going to be their top goal. They're just focusing on the champions that are coming out each patch, making sure both of them have them. Which is the Galio one, the Strength of Stone. I'd be happy with less powerful rare relics like the Tempest Blade. Yeah, I asked them about making rare relics. They said they're still doing it. Let's get rid of Conductor. And we'll actually hold on to the rest. We know we're going to grab our Gwen because she's currently our only champion. Yeah, we kind of need to play her first, which isn't the best, but let's drop this here.
One stitch at a time, we'll make something totally new. If it's made of sand.
All right, let's get our scout attack off, which, wow, is kind of only barely strong enough to kill their rock hopper. That's a little scary.
I will run you over.
That unit was surprisingly big. Yeah, so we can go for the boisterous host.
There she is, our guest of honor.
I've never been the guest of honor anywhere before. What a joy.
All right, so we can go ahead and attack like this, get a lot of extra damage down, and be able to end. GG. Yeah, that one unit was very big and a little scary. The Tempest Blade, while it is still really good for Yasuo, his specific relic is still better just because getting that +1 mana with his 5-star lets you play Yasuo turn 1, which I think is a pretty big deal. Alright, so we have Ghostly Paramour. Shadow Totems, we get an extra copy of it. It has Lifesteal. This also has Lifesteal. This is Power Rift. When I'm summoned, summon a Silver Sister. So if we draw this, it's going to get 1 minimum cost reduction from this. 1 extra cost reduction from our quick draw. If we draw this turn 1, we could potentially play it. Yeah, I think we'll actually go here. Because it's normally actually going to be cheaper than the Paramour. Let's go for support champ. Mordekaiser, that would be a little bit funny, but he is so expensive. The double attack is nice. Double attack for Janna. Right, they all get double attack. I think we'll go here. This would also work well with our quick draw. Mordekaiser, I feel like, is just too expensive. Although the champion draw is not bad. But yeah, let's try to go for Janna. Champion item, great. So let's go here for Kato. I don't like the relics that are only good on the one champ. Yeah, that's not the best. And that was something when they were coming out with relics, I was kind of trying to argue against. Like, I was one of the people that when they came out with the Swain relic, I kept praising them, being like, this is how you should do relics. I even talked about that in an interview, being like, make more of these, please. This is fine. We can get rid of that one. But the biggest thing is just having our Gwen.
If only you could see me. No matter their resolve, mine will be stronger.
Alrighty. So yeah, that will be fun. We'll drop another Gwen. So we'll be able to get good damage down, but now we don't have the mana to play anyone else. So we don't have someone to go in the first slot, which means we don't have quite enough damage to end.
I keep step with the heartbeat of Noxus.
I think let's drop this one here. We'll just take that hit. Although I guess this unit's dying anyways, right? From the immolation. So yeah, it wouldn't have been a bad idea to just kill it anyways. Alright, let's drop this here. Alright. And then hopefully don't have anything to stop us. This should be able to end the game and heal us back to full. GG. At least Tom became fun with the Warwick relic. Yeah, I love relics like that. That just... I also love the fact that I don't think that relic has anything that says, like, if I'm Warwick. It's just made to perfectly suit Warwick, but you can also use on other people. That's a really good relic, and it's just going to keep getting better as the roster increases. But I think that's something that a lot of other champions are going to like, because it's just giving you another option to get Overwhelm. It can give you Impact, which can be really good for people. And then, yeah, like the Swain relic. There's just so many fun relics that open up entirely new play patterns, and I think that's really what they should try to focus on. Because, yeah, when relics aren't just flat out, like, the best choice, but it just gives you another option, I think that's great. Undying, Absorb Soul. I do actually like the Absorb Soul. We can grab that. Let's go for champion item. Cost reduction. I think we'll actually go for the Radiant Plate Armor. It can be bad if we need to replay her, but we gain a lot of these extra stats, and the extra cost doesn't really matter because we already have 5 units on the board, so we're already being able to play her for free. So let's try to grab that one. I think that should be good. Smooth Soloist. Yeah, we got enough gold. Let's go for Cythria. Could be really good. At this point, they should just focus on developing champions that could equip the weaker, less viable relics. Yes, Stack Deck, looking at you. Stack Deck is decent. Like, it's a very good general relic that you can pretty much throw on anyone, especially if you pair it with other power relics like Overwhelm and Spell Shield. So it's still good. Yeah, with Stack Deck, I'd 100% agree. Reduce the start point for the scaling, and then it's very good, but not OP. We're going to re-roll everything. Getting our Gwen is the most important aspect, so we just need to make sure we have her in our opening hand. Alright, drop our Gwen for free still, which is very nice. Get our scout attack off. And here we'll play our Janna, since she has that double attack. And then big damage. GG. Golden Spatula keeps crying. Yeah, literally the only relic I don't have, and the one I refuse to get. Drawing this at the start of the game is fine. The Power Rift isn't too bad, but yeah, this can be okay. Golden Spatula cannot drop from Silver Relics. I think you can only get that from the Emporium, which is why I don't have it. Because I have a choice to get it, and it's like, no. Grander Plaza is good. It's... Yeah, our Ghastly Bands are still going to die, because they're taking 3 damage from our Disciple. Because I was like, if they don't die, that could be a little bit of an issue, but... they should still be just able to die. We don't have anything... not forgetting anything, right? No, we don't like yips or anything. So sure, let's go for the Grander Plaza. Let's go for the healer. What do we want to cut? I mean, we almost never play the Undying, so sure. And let's go for Anivia.
On my wings.
Hello, Fee. I'm doing all right. Finally woken up, feeling pretty good. If you die, we attack with them and then they die. Yeah, and they would all be big units, so if we don't die, I mean, our Gwen would still level up. We wouldn't have that many stacks, but still would be a lot of damage. Again, let's get rid of everything but Janna. We need to get our Gwen. That is kind of the one bad thing about Gwen, is she's still very champ reliant.
Eternal winter.
Right, dropping our Gwen right away can be a little bit of an issue, but I feel like we kind of need to.
This is a chance for me
Oh,
to
one of
be
them surviving.
I will not squander the great gift I've been given.
My project was successful. I wanted 20 more P&Z gemstones. I rolled the 1 in 11 backdoor jinx damage bonus because I wanted to avoid 5-starring her since it's better than the other P&Z champs. Nice. Wait, golden spatula's a rare relic? You can roll it for the shop with Stardust. I bought 3 copies of that way. Oof.
What a joy.
Sure, we can attack. Try to kill their Anivia. Alright, so they blew all their mana. I think let's go for our... Well, we're going to go for our Janna.
Lasting is our guest of honor.
I've never been the guest of honor
Sure, we can
anywhere
upgrade both of those.
Nothing to
So we can
fear.
attack like this, and then drag these two aside, and GG. Nice. Yeah, Gwen is another very good one.
Onward.
Attack with the Ghastly Band. I mean, we couldn't do that for the first attack, since the Scout. Yeah, we attack with everyone there at the end. Another Radiant Plate Armor. Shadow Totem. Exact ephemeral copy of me. So they'd both be able to attack, because they both have Scout. And then we could have the ephemeral one be first, so that the Gwen could scale up a little bit more. Consuming Wrath's also not bad, but I think the Shadow Totem should be good. Yeah, I think that should be really good. Just trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Yeah, I think we're fine. Big dumb, my bad. Oh, you forget about the Scout? Yeah, I've done that so many times and screwed over my strategy with Gwen, because I was like, oh, I'll just attack with everyone first. And I was like, more Luden's value? Yeah. This should be very, very good. Reunited Phantom Pranks, Power Overwhelming. Phantom Pranks would give us a lot of damage. Reunited would give us a decent amount of damage. But we have 4 rerolls, but I mean, we have 5 units die turn 1 minimum. Yeah, I think let's just grab that. Chamber of Renewal or Item Chest. I think we'll go for the Chamber. Getting our champion guaranteed spell shield would be really nice. So let's go here for Burblefish. Easy solution, just get Ghastly Band with Scout on it. Yeah, just simple. Let's get rid of these 2. Deathless. Alright, let's drop our Gwen.
See me. I will not squander the great gift I've been given.
Alright, so we'll attack like this first with the Scout. We'll put the Ephemeral one first there. This will let the second one get buffed up, because the second slot gets... Well, for Gwen, she gets it twice. And yeah, this should just be game. Oh, it does a ton of damage.
Stitching time.
Yeah, that's Snip Snip with Ludens, which this is why we run Ludens over big guns, because we only need the damage when she's on the board, and so the power effect for big guns doesn't really matter. I think let's get... I was gonna say grab Sapling Toss and then potentially cut it, but we could get the Howling Gale and then cut it. Yeah, I think let's do that. Is there something else I want to cut more? No, I think this is one of the most useless for us. All right, spell shield, fantastic. Power here. Think we are fine. Hate that. Let's try to get something a little bit more interesting. Actually, let's leave. All right, there's no other powers. Nope. Sure. Welcome gifts. Why not? Let's go for the item chest. So let's go for Protective Broodfather. I love getting dumb back-to-back powers. Let's get rid of most of these.
What a strange, wonderful world.
Alright, ridiculous amount of damage. We have spell shield, so they shouldn't be able to do anything.
World draws near.
GG. Just the perfect amount. I mean, they could have just blocked, but... Alright. I mean, it was our scout attack. Tournament OTK by playing one card only. Yeah, I've had runs where actually I can OTK without playing any cards, which is pretty hilarious. Let's get more Howling Gale, that way we can cut it. Yep, so we'll cut that. Also looks like ad dropped, so we'll just pause for anyone caught in that, and I'm gonna go hit up the bathroom, so be right back. Oh, man, I'm disappointed. No one said spicy chair gaming that time. I guess maybe everyone was stuck in the ad. Oh, man, about 10 seconds, everyone will be back. Just made the biggest mistake of my life. Got Aesol's power that levels champion upon play. Then I got Maokai's support and skipped him in the next battle. Realized what I did. Oof, that sucks. Let's go for Lysandra.
At last, my time is at hand.
Yeah, I've actually never really been able to abuse leveled up Maokai. I've never had the stars align like that, which is sad. Alright, reroll absolutely everything. Need to get Gwen. Oh, one of them got spirit and one of them got tough. That's kind of funny.
This is a chance for me to leave my mark. One stitch at a time, we'll make something totally new.
And one of them had Deathless. We have so many units still. Alright, let's
I shall leave my tools.
get our scout attack going. Alright, and then let's attack like this. Drag that one aside. Do this one for the item. Why not? Ah, GG. Not as bad as skipping cats. Yeah, I've done that one before. Yeah. That's always the worst, is like, since I like rewatch because I'm editing all my videos, I see a lot of points where it's like, oh, I could have done that better, and I'm just like, I'm gonna get a comment about that, right? Like, you could have done this. I was like, yeah, I know, I noticed it too when I was doing the editing. Oh man. All right, Gwen, still really crazy. Does have the downside of pretty much all your matches do play pretty much the same, because you just drop Gwen and generally win. But yeah, she is really good, very busted. Anytime you need just instant damage turn one, and then also a lot of sustain, Gwen is absolutely fantastic, and I think this is probably just her best build for putting out as much damage in the very first round, and the vast majority of the time you just ending. So yeah, Gwen, still pretty busted. I've also taken that power when I'm relying on level up to trigger rally. Gwen less illuminate after attack. Oh look, 20 gemstone vessels, or Demacia gemstones, goodness. Ugh. Yes, I can tell when I've been streaming for a little while, I start to get a little bit worse with speaking clearly. Seeing this run makes me wonder how strong other 6-stars are. Viego is the Shadow Isles champion everyone calls busted. Yeah, so I would say one of the pros for Viego is he's not as champ reliant. Like, he is still champ reliant, but he still can be really, really strong. For Gwen, it really sucks if you don't draw your champion. Because, yeah, Hollowed is still solid. And you do have your support champion that can be pretty good if you don't draw your Gwen, but it still does feel really, really bad. I don't know, with Viego, you just have such scaling for all of your units constantly. I feel like it's better in that regard. Also, Viego has a little bit of the benefit of, if you don't end, if he's leveled on your board, he's just giving you so much value with like constantly stealing their units. But yeah, as far as like their early game, Gwen can potentially be a little bit more consistent with OTKs. If Gwen gets removed or stunned, it's over. Or not over, but you have a hard time. Yeah, Gwen is a little bit more inconsistent with the fact that she's so champ reliant. Whereas like other ones are champ reliant too, but for her it is pretty bad. Yeah, you don't draw her, you just feel terrible. Alright, I think that's where we'll call it for today. Nice to get all those nightmares done. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll be continuing to stream for most of the week. We probably won't stream on Friday, obviously about Thursday. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. Hope to see you guys later. Actually, I'll read one last comment. I checked out with a friend of mine who started playing around Constellations update, and I can confirm that Golden Spatula is available in the shop in rare item rotations. You should send a ticket to write about that. About what? Like, I know it's available in the shop. Yeah, I just intentionally don't buy it. Not every rare relic is in the rare reliquary pool. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone. See you later. Hope you have a great rest of your day.